Okay, so my girlfriend picks me up. Well, she's at the station. Her sister is driving, so technically her sister picked me up. But not picked me up as in, yeah, hey baby, what's going on? Like just gave me a ride. Alright, so it's her sister and me in the car. And I met her sister before, and her sister speaks English, so, we're small talking it up. And, my girlfriend lives in a nice area. Well, nice. Everywhere in Japan's nice, relatively speaking, but a nice outdoorsy scenery filled. It was close to Mount Fuji, so like every now and then you could see Mount Fuji. And I climbed Mount Fuji, so my mind always goes back to that time when I was on top of Mount Fuji, and I was like, "Yeah, I climbed you, man. You ain't nothing to me." But so we're up in the mountains. It's cold, and we drive. She lives about 20 minutes from the station, give or take. And we're driving. And I'm reading my emails that I'm getting from all the people all of y'all who are like saying, yeah, good luck. And I'm like, I can't really respond from my iPhone because I just don't like it. For my iPad, yeah, but as you know, I lost my iPad. I told my girlfriend, and, she said she'll help me. But anyway, we're driving up there. I'm looking at the emails, and finally we get to the house, and my mind flashes back to the first time I met my other girlfriend's parents. And it was kind of like, the circumstances were weird because the girl and I, my ex-girlfriend and I, were out and about. It was last train, close to last train. So she goes home. We live close, incidentally. We live 2 stations away. So, whatever. So, we were out in Caesarea, and back in the day, I used to wear kind of a lanyard from Temple University. I used to have my keys, my ID, and all that stuff in it. And somehow when I got to where I was getting, I lived on base back in the day with my brother, and I had to show ID to get in. But when I got to the gate, I didn't have ID. They wouldn't let me in. So my choices were to sleep on the street, sleep in a hotel, sleep in a Love Hotel, sleep in a Capsule Hotel, find a 7-Eleven and just stand there all night. But I called my ex-girlfriend up, like, yo, I lost my things somewhere. And then she called the Caesarea, the place we're at, the restaurant, and they're like, yeah, it's here, but we're not open until 6 in the morning. So then she's like, do you want to stay at my house? And I was like, kind of, because this would be the first time I ever met their parents, and to be staying in the same house, is kind of weird. But she's like, no, my mom's cool with it. So then her mom drove to pick me up. They pick me up, we go back to her house, and I met her mom, and her mom was cool. She's like, a long time ago, I don't remember what she said exactly, but something about a long time ago, she saw some gaijin guy, and she thought he was cute. I don't remember, but something like that. And I was wearing cologne, and she's like, yeah, it smells good. And, it was just a real funny, friendly, happy conversation. And that was it. So I met her mom first, and then her dad was on a business trip somewhere. So it was just her mom and me. And then, a week later, he came back. I met him. And, the length of our relationship, I think he only smiled once when I said anything. Like, I took a real goofy-looking passport picture. Like, I was just straight cheesing. Because I lost my passport on the train. And I thought it would take like 10 years to get it back, but it took like 2 weeks. Like, they expressed it or something. So I was just really, really, really happy. So I did that face. Now I gotta live with that face every time I go to the airport. Because they always say, is it you? And they look at you, and I don't smile when I'm at the airport. And I kind of, and they're like, oh, it is you. Stupid. Anyway, so I met her dad, and her dad never really, but that picture made him laugh because it's a goofy-ass picture. And, that's a whole nother story. But that's where my mind was at before we walked into the house. All right, so the door opens, and her parents are waiting there in the little hallway, and